this is who should be going home tonight. This is nothing personal.
What the fuck?
Tension between the two are honestly at an all-time high.
The reason why they're doing it is just because it gives them somebody to like hate right now.
It's done. It's done. I got it.
Oh.
And she said that one of the Bryans reached out to her on Zoom, and she thought it was Brian S. Was it you or was it?
That was me.
I think it was Brian S.
I don't love it, but Brian S. does need to go soon.
But Brian S., who worked with me on production for season 6, is also on my tribe.
Alright.
There's a very complex tribal plan.
And he met with Megan, and she threw my name out.
They're gonna, split the votes on me and Kaylin, and I'm not supposed to vote for Kaylin.
Fourth person vote out of Survivor Michigan Season 7, The Wolverine Wheel, Kaylin.
Things are getting spicy now.
Hey guys, anyone want to talk?
That was not ideal at all.
Who didn't vote?
I don't know, that wasn't me.
Doesn't make sense.
I mean...
My guess is that was the Sporkle advantage to take away somebody's vote.
Does anyone want to claim that?
Did you play a Sporkle advantage then? Are you lying?
No, I'm really not good at state capitals.
Doesn't mean you can't Google them and get good.
Did all of you not just lie to me though? I mean...
Better to come clean now, in my opinion, about that, because, if it's just this tribal, then it's over.
Alright, fine, I'll claim it, but here's the thing. I still didn't think I was gonna win that, and also, I really, really, really do want us to, not try to be backstabby.
I did claim the advantage to cover up my connection. That saved me.
I'm a little mad at Megan C right now. I don't know why she told Jared this plan.
I said I wanted to make my mark on this game, and it happened. It sucked that it happened to Kaylin, but it knocked a little bit of power out of the people that think they're in the top.
It's really satisfying to just see them shocked and for them to be like, oh, that's not the plan. It would have been even better if I could have sent one of their asses packing. I would have loved to send, Brian, C, Will, Megan. I would love to see all of them go home.
You know what, but at the end of the day, I didn't vote for any of you guys, and we're all here. And I was being honest when I told all of you, as long as it's not me, I'm fine. And I'm still here, and I'm fine with that. So, I just want to say that, whatever, I think, I still stand by what I did say to some of you individually, that there's going to be a swap coming up, and, whatever happens, we gotta, pull together and not let the Spurs just, screw us when that comes.
I am both excited and terrified for this swap, because clearly, if I'm in the minority, I could work with the Spurs, and I would love to, but I kind of do feel like people are going to throw me under the bus and be like, yo, Brian pulled this insane move at the last tribal, and that could make me a target. It will make me a target, actually.
I could care less what's happening on the Spurs tribe. If I leave this show before Brian S. does, I'll consider myself a loser. I do not care either way. He is leaving. I don't care.
Just you wait until I can get my revenge for what's happening here, because you are a dead man walking.
Brian S., I'm coming for that ass. I'm stacking paper to the ceiling and writing on 24-inch chrome right now. Come at me.
And I'm a vengeful bitch, so. Honestly, he picked the fight with the wrong girl.
We all know your girl can't keep a secret, so I have told Alex about the hidden immunity idol.
The real deal is, Brady was like, that, and then he was like, if you spell it correctly, we will give you an advantage in the game.
You definitely spelled it correctly.
Yes. So I definitely got the advantage in the game, which was a clue to the immunity idol.
Oh.
Which was very obvious.
Oh, so you have it.
So I have it.
Feeling great energy. I'm just like in a great spot for the rest of the game.
He seemed pretty, glad I had it. Glad it wasn't in the hands of anybody else. So hopefully I I do some smart moves with that.
Awesome. I'm so happy.
Okay.
Even though I didn't find it, it's like
yeah, and like if you end up on the other tribe and you're like on the outs, like it'll be coming your way. Like
thanks.
Yeah.
And she told me that if I ever need the idol, she'll play it for me. Like if we have a swap and I'm in trouble, she'll play the idol for me. She asked me if she should tell other people. I told her like, hold tight. She wanted to tell Rohan, and I trust Rohan, but usually with idols, I think it's best to keep it between as few people as possible.
Like the other thing I want to keep in mind though is like the idol's valid until there's 5 people left in the game. So I don't know if I should, hold on to it and let the game run its course before I make some moves. But we'll see.
Hello, tribes. How are you doing on this fine Saturday? So we got a little bit of a twist for you guys, so I hope you're ready to listen up. We're going to be setting you up with a castaway from the other tribe. And all we're going to tell you is we hope that you get to know them really, really well, both personally and strategically, as knowing your partner will play a big part in this game in the very, very near future. So we're going to set you guys up with some from the other tribe. So I'm going to share my screen real quick and we're going to spin the Wolverine wheel to see who the pairs are. All right, so as you can see on the wheel right here, we have everyone from the Spurs tribe. The first spin will be the first person alphabetically from the DeBears tribe. So the first spin will be partnered with Brian C.
Before this week's challenge, we were given a kind of surprise task. We were assigned a partner from the opposing tribe, and we were supposed to meet up with our partners and get to know each other, and that would somehow play into the challenge, which was kind of a twist. I don't think a lot of people were expecting it. It was a surprise to me. And so I got paired up with Brian C.
I was initially hoping for like Megan S. when the wheel spun. I think I even said that out loud. But I think I'm realizing now it's better not to have gotten her, because A, I can confirm what I know, and B, we can just ride that relationship that no one knows about for a little while longer. A secret weapon, ace in the hole, whatever you want to call it.
We met up the day before the challenge to kind of, just like get to know each other, I guess, and spill little details and secrets about our tribes.
I noticed that you've been like wearing that bandana around, so I got mine here.
Okay, but I'm wearing this bandana mostly because so I bought a maize bandana thinking that was our tribe color, and then apparently like it wasn't, so I'm just using this one for that.
I exposed Brian S. during that time as much as I could. I hinted at like him being untrustworthy and like not doing what he said, or not telling everyone everything at the when I was meeting with Juan, and just kind of throwing him under the bus.
Brian S. was bringing up like, even though you guys tried to vote me out, like I still want to work like together as a tight 7 coming to a swap, but like I'm more of like, if it's gonna benefit me, like I'm not opposed to like turning on them.
He told me a lot about what was going on in the other tribe. It was really surprising to find out everything that was going on. I thought our tribe was kind of messy, but apparently they're doing a lot of stuff on that side too.
The next spin will be whoever's going to be Brian S.'s pair.
I'm like eating lunch with my mom, and then I get this text from Juan, and he's like, I just talked to Brian C. He has so much to say about the other Brian. And I'm like, oh God.
I don't know. I just inherently have this reputation as like a schemer and as like being messy and over the top.
I did not scheme at all. Let it be known, I did not like throw out someone's name and lie to them. Like, the reason people wanted to vote me, which I'll just straight up tell you, I'm a senior and I made a dumbass mistake of saying I have one class, which is true, but it's still like not like I'm doing nothing, because the class I'm taking is like the most intense CS class.
My tribe, my OG tribe, DeBears, very short-sighted, very stupid, very like people who think they're smarter than they actually are. And you know what? I give them credit because I thought they were boring. And they're being a lot shadier than I expected, than I gave them credit for.
I'm on a Zoom call with Juan. And I'm just like, oh, I want to know what Brian C said, since, like he seems really trustworthy. And before we get to that, Juan's like, actually, let's talk about you. And I know what's coming.
And I just talked with Brian C earlier today, like 4 hours ago. And he told me what happened at the challenge. And the whole Burundi thing.
Okay.
Which I was not surprised. I was like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing. So one of the first things we talk about is this Burundi thing, me and Brian C. And he said he told all of Bears about it. Like, he shared his clue or whatever he got from the challenge. And I think you got something from the challenge.
Brian C did send the clue into the group chat, which I did not. I kept it to myself. It was way too obvious. I didn't want to send it out before finding it, and when I found it, it was literally like 1 a.m. I was ready to go to bed. I didn't even think of it. I was just like, this is too obvious. If I send it out, it's just gonna be a scramble, and since I have this information first, why wouldn't I get it for myself?
I just wanted to give you a heads up. I don't really care. I don't really care if you did find something. I don't care if you have the idol right now. I'm just more worried that, you're able to kind of keep yourself safe.
And now information is out that one tribe got the advantage, the other tribe didn't. Yeah, I spelled Burundi correctly. I definitely spelled Burundi correctly. If I send it out now, people are going to be extremely sus of me. If I don't send it out now, people are also going to be extremely sus of me.
People have noticed, like the fact that Rohan brought it up to me means probably that someone else noticed. And now that people on Bears are talking with Spurs, people are going to notice that, you either didn't say anything or that, they might just think you have it. So I wanted to bring that up.
Okay. I can't lie.
Yeah.
So, I did get a clue to the idol. I did find the idol. Just putting it out there.
I can't keep doing this. I guess this is my warning sign, this is one and done. I screwed up once. It's not gonna happen again.
Obviously I was worried about Luciana's Burundi stunt during the last challenge, and so I brought it up with Juan. I was like, did you notice that Luciana sent the word Burundi in the chat? He was like, yeah, I noticed it. I don't think it's anything. I was like, yo, do you think she might have got an advantage? He was like, no, I don't think it's anything. And I was like, okay, cool. The next day, I get a text from Juan. He's like, yo, remember the Burundi thing you brought up? You were right. It's like, oh, no shit, I was right. When have I ever been wrong?
I don't care that much. about the people that haven't asked, but the people that have asked, it kills so much. It kills so much. Like, I don't like lying to people's faces at all.
Like, Brian C was in the call with Luciana, and he's Juan's partner. So he told Juan that, you know, that the deal was that you got to send the word Burundi in the chat, and then you get an idol clue, which Luciana did and explicitly lied to my face about. So that is kind of not cool.
First off, I want to apologize to you.
Why? What happened?
Okay. I lied through my teeth.
Oh no, what'd you lie to me about?
The idol.
You have the idol? Nice! Yo, congrats! I understand why she did it, you know, it's like a kind of a tough situation to be in. I don't know what I would have done if I were in her shoes, honestly, but yeah, she has the idol. She told me. Hopefully she wants to keep working with me because I want to keep working with her.
So practically, I'm just gonna be straight up, and I'm just gonna say, you're the last person in the middle I'm talking to,
Okay.
and the last person that I'm gonna say, I have the idol.
Oh, wow. Okay, no, that's a good thing. I'm happy for you. Okay, good.
If I was Luciana right now, I would probably tell everybody I had the idol. I think it would be better for them to hear that than to think that you have this clue that's definitely very specific. And then I would just play it at the next tribal to get it out there in the open. And then you wouldn't have that target on your back anymore. Based on the clue that Luciana got, it would be hard to believe that Brian C couldn't find the idol given that clue. But he told me he didn't have it, so I don't really know if I trust that or not.
The next spin will be to see who Carolyn's partner is.
I got paired up with Megan S. So her and I have we've been texting, which is it's nice. She seems nice enough. We just made notes about ourselves and then swapped those notes. This challenge is gonna be insane. I don't know what's gonna happen at all. Yeah, I should actually, now that you say that, I should probably look at things about you again. I know. I need to like ever so often I was like looking over it. It seems like kind of creepy, like just looking at all these facts like without everything like, about you. Meeting, but yeah. It also sounds like there's just a big rift in their tribe, like Team Juan and Team Emma. Whatever, I don't care.
Next spin will be to see who Jared's partner is.
So yeah, I'm so confused about the challenge tonight because it's like, you know, it's probably got something to do with the tribe swap, but like they already partnered us up with someone from the other tribe.
Yeah.
So like, if you just like, you'd think that like it would swap us into like tribes with our partner, but like there's 7 pairs, so like that would mean that one pair would have to be broken up. They were like, oh, make sure you get to know your pair very well, like personally and strategically.
I have a feeling it's just like talking about like what's your major, like answering different questions about each other, and the team that gets the most points, I guess is going to be like in a majority on the swap tribes, which is what people on my tribe are speculating.
Next spin is going to see who Megan C's partner is.
Okay, I low-key have a little bit of a confession. I think I have a little bit of a crush on Alex, and honestly, I don't know if I'll actually upload this confessional or not, but I think this is a bad idea, so I'll probably just cancel it, but no worries, it's all good.
I don't know
as much about the dynamic of the Bears tribe, but she's definitely someone I could see myself working with. Like, it's not like we have that much in common, but she's very easy to talk to, and I just feel like we got along pretty well. So I'm excited to hopefully work with her.
Yeah, I don't really know what this is for, or what this is.
So I'm not sure. I just have a feeling it's got to be something to do with the swap. So I kind of have a feeling that there will be some challenge where we have to know a lot about each other, and maybe whichever groups know the most get to pick which tribe they'll be on for the swap or something. I don't really know. I literally don't even know what to think anymore. So I just met with Alex, who proceeded to tell me that in the first commissioner's challenge, their advantage revealed a city. And Brian C has been very open about sharing all of the advantages he's received. However, he did not tell us that there was a city included in that clue. So as soon as I heard that from Alex, I knew Brian C must have the advantage, or have the idol, because he had all the advantages, all the clues, he had the website, and he got the exact location of the sign before any of us. So no wonder it's not working. He had the idol.
Megan was talking with Alex, who blabbed about the commissioner's idol clue. Fair enough. So yeah, I told Megan about the idol because I don't want to lie to her, don't want to build lies on lies.
I mean, in hindsight, I wish I had known, because then we could have just gotten Brian S out. It would just be done,
Yeah.
But also, I'm not mad, I understand. But I think I need to keep working with him, because he says that if one of us needed the idol, he would play it for us. And I honestly believe him. I think if I was in danger, I do think he might play the idol for me. Because I think he trusts me, and I believe him, which again, maybe I shouldn't, but whatever. So, I don't know. I hope I don't watch this someday and be like, what were you thinking, Megan? That was really dumb.
The next spin will be to determine who Soraya's partner is, and whoever's left over is going to be Will's partner. So for Soraya's partner, we are going to have So Soraya's partner is Emma. That means that Will's partner is going to be Evelyn.
So, yeah, that pair thing, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I have no clue what this challenge could be, considering that we are on different tribes.
So I talked to Soraya earlier and found out that my name is still in Juan's mouth. I don't know why. Come on, dude. The past is in the past, Sure, he may be pissed that I tried to vote for him. But he also voted for me too, or he wanted to vote for me too.
I'm hoping that it'll be a partnership thing where we both win together, or we both lose together, and not you have to do better than somebody than your partner. But
yeah, I feel like it's definitely more of a partner win together kind of thing.
Mhm.
Just from the way Brady worded his message and being oh yeah, you guys are gonna want to get to know each other. It'll benefit you.
luckily, Evelyn loves to talk. The girl talked my ear off for a straight hour. I was just feeding her question after question. She was running with it. We got about an hour in, and I basically had said 2 words about the Bears tribe, and she had just dominated the conversation. Perfect. Could not have gone any better.
I was partnered with Will. I think we could work really well together.
I think, to quote Father John Misty, it's hard not to fall in love with someone so helpless. Pure comedy.
Spurs tribe, getting your first look at the new DeBears tribe. Kaylin voted out at the last tribal council. All right, so as you guys know, this week we paired you guys up with someone from the other tribe and said get to know them as well as you can. So that pair is going to have an opportunity to get immunity this week, which we will go over later after the challenge. Also, congratulations, you have all made it to the first swap, which again, we're going to go over how that will work after the challenge. but you will no longer be in these tribes as they stand. So again, we stressed this week how well you need to have to know your partners. So for this week's challenge, we're going to be playing the Newlywed Game. For those of you who know how this game works, basically we'll ask a question and you have to predict your partner's answer. You'll get a point if you get the answer correct, that your partner answers. The pair with the most points at the end of the game will have a chance for immunity. The way this is going to work is there's going to be 8 questions. 4 questions will be answered by one of the pair. 4 questions will be answered by the second one of your pair. Also during this challenge, no phones allowed, no communication at all. This is a very, very strict one, obviously, because you can cheat with your partner. You don't want to do that. We'll give you guys a couple minutes to strategize, and we'll get started. All right, so with that, we will get into this challenge. The people that are going to be guessing their partner's questions are Brian C., Brian S., Carolyn, Jared, Alex, Emma, and Will. They will be guessing these questions for their partners. So, first question, which everyone else has to write down their answers to. How old is your partner? In years. You don't have to write a date, just years. I'll give you guys about 10 seconds to write down your guess. All right, so hopefully you guys have written down your partner's age. We're gonna start, we're just gonna go alphabetically. So, Juan, how old are you?
Why, Brady, I am 20 years young.
20 years young. And Brian C., let's see the answer. 21, no point for Juan and Brian C. Luciana.
I'm also 20 years young.
Brian S.
We got a match.
That's it. 1 point for Brian S. and Luciana. First pair on the board. Megan S.
I'm 18.
18. Carolyn. Perfect 18. Love to see it. Rohan.
I'm 21.
21. Jared, let's see it. 21. Another point there. Megan C.
I am 19.
19. And Alex. 20. No point for Megan C. and Alex. Soraya.
I'm 18.
18. And Emma. That is an 18. Point for Soraya and Emma. And last but not least, Evelyn.
I'm 19.
19. Will gets that correct. So after the first round, 5-way tie for first place. Everyone except for the Megan C. and Alex pair and the Brian C. and Juan pair. So on to the next question. Next question. What is your partner's major? So same people guessing, same people writing down. What is your partner's major? You guys 10 seconds to write down your answers again. All right. Juan, what's your major?
Fortunately, my major is computer science.
Computer science. And Brian C. Computer programming science. That counts. I will take that as a point. Point for Brian C. and Juan. Luciana.
Double in communications and linguistics.
Communication and linguistics. Brian S. needs both of those because that's how it works.
I'm so sorry. I put cog sci down and linguistics. I don't know why I did that.
No point for the Brian S. and Luciana pair. That's the disadvantage of double majoring, is that in Survivor, you have less chance to answer this question. All right, Megan S.
I'm undecided.
Undecided. Undecided LSA. Are you an LSA as well, Megan?
Yes, I am.
There you go. Point for Carolyn and Megan S. All right, Rohan.
I am an economics major.
Economics major. Jared, nice. Spelled the word, I think, correctly as well. You don't get another point, but in my head you do. All right, Megan C.
MCDB and computer science.
MCDB. Nice. Just 6 letters, but Alex nails it. Well done. All right, Soraya.
Chemistry and computer science.
Chemistry and computer science. And Emma, let's see. What does that say? Unsure. Learning chemistry.
Leaning chemistry.
True.
But no computer science, so no point there. Evelyn.
Trumpet performance.
Nice. Well done, Will. Will and Evelyn get a point. All right. After round 2, Carolyn and Megan S., Jared and Rohan, and Will and Evelyn are tied in first place with 2 points. Meanwhile, everyone else has 1 point. On to the third question. Does your partner have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or significant other, yes or no? You guys got 10 seconds to write it down. Carolyn looking very confused. Give you 5 seconds to write it down, then we'll get into it. All right. Juan, do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other?
Well, I am voluntarily celibate, also known as single.
Nice. That counts. And obviously, so no point for Brian C. and Juan. Juan looking very upset at his partner for that one.
Honestly, that was a good answer.
That was good. Brian C. getting it wrong, but hyping up the fuck out of his partner. We love that. All right, Luciana.
I'm very single.
Very single. Brian S.
I got that wrong.
Wow. Really playing up. So far, everyone thinks everyone else has game. We love to see it. But, however, that does not get you points. Megan S.
I do not.
She does not. Carolyn finally with the point of that fucking no across the entire paper. Nailing the point for their pair. All right, Rohan.
No, I do not.
No, he does not. Jared confidently holds up that no. Point for Jared and Rohan. Megan C.
I do not.
Does not. Alex, the little no, that is a point for them. Soraya, do you have a significant other?
Mm-mm.
No. And Emma put down that no. That is a point for Emma and Soraya. Finally, again, Evelyn.
No.
And no doubt from Will, again, hyping the fuck out of his partner, but does not get you a point. All right, so score update after round 3. Megan S. and Carolyn and Rohan and Jared are both tied with 3 points for each pair. Coming in second right now is Megan C. and Alex, Soraya and Emma, and Will and Evelyn each have 2. And in last place, Brian C. and Juan, Brian S. and Luciana with 1. All right, fourth question, final question for these guessing orders. Who on their current tribe does your partner dislike the most? Trying to get the T out. Let's see what happens. So on either your tribe, which is the Spurs, or the DeBears tribe as of right now, who does your partner dislike the most on their own tribe? Got some gasps going on. Soraya looks in shock. Luciana's like, oh shit, there's tea. Megan has biting a finger. Evelyn laughing. We got some great reactions going on right now. Give you guys 5 more seconds to think about it. Write down your guess. This is great. All right, let's start from the top. Juan, who do you dislike most on your tribe?
So, why would I not say, someone who wrote my name down at the last tribal, Emma.
All right, Emma, Brian.
Am I allowed to flip him off?
Why not? Feel free. That does get a point for Juan and Brian C. All right, Luciana.
I like everybody equally. Does that count?
Haha, no. You gotta answer a name of a person on your tribe. Or you can say no and sacrifice the full point if you'd like.
I can't. I sacrifice the point.
All right, Brian S., would you like to share what you wrote down? You actually have to. So let's see who you thought Luciana liked the least.
I really don't know. I wrote down a random name, so if I don't know if I'm about to cause more drama, but I just put Emma. Sorry, Emma, but
all right. Emma jumps out of her chair, disliked the most, apparently. At least people thought so.
My foot's broken, so I can't run away. So, you know what? It is what it is.
That happens. Hey, at least you can play Survivor with a broken foot. But no point for Luciana and Brian S. Megan S.
Okay, this is not true, but I did talk about our last tribal, and I think Juan's name came up the most, so I'm assuming that might be what got portrayed.
All right, so Karen, let's see it.
Good thinking, Megan.
Point for Megan.
Juan, it's not true. It's not true, Juan.
Says it's not true. However, this is a game all about truth, so take it as you please. All right, Rohan.
I actually don't know who to say here, and I don't think my partner knows either, so I'm gonna sacrifice the point.
All right, sacrifice the point. Jared, who'd you write down?
I'm sorry, Emma.
Another vote for Emma. Poor Emma's gotten 3 out of the 4 guesses so far. but no point for Rohan and Jared. All right, Megan C.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the same strategy as the other Megan because I genuinely like everyone on our tribe and there's not someone who I dislike. But based on the conversation, I'm gonna think of what Alex would probably think, and so probably Brian S.
All right.
Besties.
Let's see it.
He got it.
But Brian, it's not about that. It's just like what I thought he would think. But that's just not.
No, I get it. I know you said it wasn't personal after last try.
All right, that is a
It's not
point.
personal.
Megan
It's fun.
C. Alex.
I mean that. I promise.
Don't worry. You're good.
Soraya.
Okay, again, this is absolutely not any kind of dislike, but I think I know who Emma might think that I hate, so, Brian S.
All right, Emma, let's see it. Is that Brian S? That is correct. Wow. And Soraya said she might know the person that I hate. That is a point for Soraya and Emma. All right, Evelyn.
Everyone in my tribe is beautiful and wonderful, but I did discuss a name last week, and it was Emma. Sorry.
And Emma gets another vote. Correct point for Will and Evelyn. So, we're now going to switch pairs where the other person will be guessing, but score update after the first round, which is halfway through this game. First place, perfect 4 for 4. Megan S. and Carolyn, well done. Second place, we have a 4-way tie, all with 3 points, which would be Jared and Rohan, Megan C. and Alex, Soraya and Emma, and Will and Evelyn. In 6th place is Brian C. and Juan with 2, and pulling up the rear, Luciana and Brian S. with 1. So right now, the people guessing will be Juan, Luciana, Megan S., Rohan, Megan C., Soraya, and Evelyn. You'll be guessing your partner's answers to the questions. So we'll get right into it. Hopefully you guys are ready. First question, what state is your partner from? Give me 5 seconds to finish up, and we'll get into it. All right, Brian C.
I am from good old Michigan.
Good old Michigan, great state. There you go, Michigan, that counts. Point for Brian C. and Juan. Brian S.
I'm also a Brian from Michigan.
Love to see it. Luciana, Michigan, that counts. Point for you guys. All right, Carolyn and Megan S. Carolyn.
I'm from Virginia.
Virginia, that is a point right there. Really got to know each other over this week. It's paying off. All right, Jared.
Born and raised in Michigan.
Born and raised in Michigan. Rohan. Good old Michigan. Point for Jared and Rohan. Alex.
I have no idea if she wrote down where I was born or where I live, but I'm going to say Florida.
Florida?
Yeah.
I wrote both, but the arrow's to Florida because that's what I thought he was gonna say.
All right, got both in there. Point for Megan C. and Alex with the little arrow. Emma.
I am from the lovely state of Illinois.
Illinois, a little smirk from Soraya. That is correct. Well done, y'all. So far, I think, has everyone gotten this point? Good job, everyone. I'm proud of you guys. All right, Will.
Illinois.
Illinois, perfect. Another point. Everyone got the point that round. Well done. I'm proud of y'all. So we're gonna go right into the next question. What month is your partner's birthday? Rohan's writing it down. Alex gave a little fist bump. Love to see it, the confidence. Really showing who knows who and who really took to the task of getting to know their partners this week. You guys got 5 seconds to write down your final answers. 3, 2, 1. All right, Brian C.
I was actually born on 02/02/02, so I'm a February boy.
February boy. September, nowhere close. No point for Brian C. Juan. Brian S.
Like the legend and icon Taylor Swift, I'm a Sagittarius. But unlike Taylor Swift, I was actually born in November.
November. Luciana, where's your guess?
Turns out we're both Sagittarius.
Nice. Point for Luciana and Brian S. All right, Carolyn.
I'm also a Sagittarius, but I was born in December.
And Megan S. holding up May, question mark. No idea. The pair in first place finally gets a question wrong. All right, Jared.
I was born in the lovely month of October.
Lovely month, October. Rohan, let's see it.
No idea.
No idea. December. No point for Jared and Rohan. Alex.
I hate to one-up Brian C., but I was born 9/9/99, September.
There it is. Point for Megan C. and Alex, pulling into a tie with the lead right now. All right, Emma.
I am a May baby. So I was born in the month of May.
May baby. Soraya, give a little smile. August. That is not the correct answer. No point for Soraya and Emma. And Will.
In November.
In November. Evelyn. April question mark. No point for Evelyn and Will. All right. On to the 7th question, third of this round. What is your partner's favorite movie? Megan C. again jumped right in. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian C., what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Star Wars Episode 6. Oh my goodness! Got the Star Wars wrong episode. Great movies though. However, no point for Juan and Brian C., although being very, very close. Brian S.
My favorite movie is Lady Bird.
Favorite movie is Lady Bird. Luciana.
Got it confused with your favorite book. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. We're in last anyway at this point.
All right, Carolyn, what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Cinderella.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yo, that counts as a point. Cinderella, the
Yeah, we only talked about Disney princesses, so it's so funny that she got that.
There we go. That works. That's a point for you guys. Still holding your lead in first place. All right, Jared.
I gotta give it to Airplane.
Airplane. Rohan.
From 1980.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that movie, so.
Star Wars. I have not heard of it either. 41 years ago. No point for Jared and Rohan. Alex.
The problem is I told her 2 movies, so I hope that she wrote down Borat.
Borat in big letters. Point for Alex and Megan C. Coming back into being tied in the lead with Carolyn and Megan S. All right, Emma.
To all the boys I've loved before. I don't fucking know.
All the boys love for it. Soraya, what's
Yeah, I know she didn't say anything, so I guess my favorite movie, which is How to Train Your Dragon.
That is a great movie. But however, you do not get a point for guessing your own favorite movie in this game. All right, Will.
Any other day of my life, I would say Spy Kids 3D, game over. But today, I feel like my favorite movie is Star Wars.
Star Wars, we're gonna count it. That point. Love to see it. So, coming into point totals for the final round, first place, Carolyn and Megan S., as well as Megan C. and Alex, tied with 6. In second place, Will and Evelyn with 5. Everyone else either has 4 or 3 statistically out of this challenge. However, we're still answering the last question. All right, last question, final question of this game. Who would your partner vote out at the next tribal council if possible? Who in this game would your partner want to vote out at the next tribal council? All right, you guys got 10 seconds to think about it. Write down your answers. All right, Brian C. Who would you want to vote out next tribal council?
Like the 4th question, this is based on what I've, told him. So I think Juan would guess that I would want to vote out Brian S.
All right, and Brian S. is the correct answer. Point for Brian C. and Juan. All right, Brian S.
I'm gonna go on this based on how that first, who do you dislike the most? Based on my reaction to that, I'm gonna say Luciana might guess Megan C.
All right, Luciana, let's see it.
I don't know.
That was going to be a battle of the Bryans.
Next up, for a team tied in the lead right now, Carolyn.
I'm guessing from her conversation, she's gonna remember the name Brian S.
All right, Brian S. is
Nice.
correct.
No hate, sorry.
Carolyn and Megan S jump back into the lead with 7 points, meaning that Megan C and Alex need to get the next one correct. But before then, we got Jared and Rohan. Jared.
Okay, again, there's literally nothing personal with this, but I have to go based off what happened the last tribal council, and I would say Brian S.
All right, Brian S. Let's see what Rohan did put down. Brian S. That is a point for you guys. All right, we're gonna skip over Megan C and Alex, put them at the end for some drama.
That's so mean, Brady.
Hey, it's all about the views. All right, next up we got Saraya and Emma.
Well, I mean, after what I just witnessed last round, I feel like anything is possible, but I think I have to go with who wanted to vote me out last week, and I think that consistency is key, so I gotta go with Juan.
Let's see, Saraya, what you put down.
Can't follow up with that speech, but yeah.
There it is. That is correct. Point for Emma and Saraya. All right, Will.
Everyone on my team knows that I've had mad beef with Carolyn since day one. But I think that Evelyn wrote down Brian S.
All right, let's see it. Evelyn nods, holds up the Brian S. Point for Will and Evelyn.
Wait, Brady, that's 4 votes for me. It's a shame that y'all didn't have those 4 votes last tribal council, but I appreciate the thought, guys.
I had those 4 votes until you blocked one.
I mean, but 4 votes weren't red, so that's all I'm saying.
Brian S. talking some mad shit mid-challenge. Let's see how that plays out later this week at Tribal. Before that, we're getting to Alex and Megan. You guys must get this point to force a tiebreaker with Carolyn and Megan S. So, Alex, who do you want to vote out next in this game?
Well, first off, I don't get how blocking a vote was possible, because that wasn't one of the advantages on my wheel. But I don't know who Megan wrote down. I feel like maybe she wrote down Emma because of what happened, but I did bring up Juan's name, so I'm going to say Juan.
All right, Megan C., let's see it.
I had no idea. I had no.
Not the correct answer, meaning that Carolyn and Megan S., you guys win the opportunity for immunity this week. So congratulations to you two, but with that, I'm going to talk a little bit about what you guys have won. So, as I mentioned earlier, there's a swap going on this week. So, as part of you guys winning the advantage, you'll get to pick what pairs go on each tribe to swap. So each pair has to go on the same tribe, but you guys get to pick the tribes, which you have to do so right now verbally. So there will be 3 pairs on each tribe that you guys will need to talk about and pick in front of everyone. However, the way this also works is you guys get the opportunity for immunity. So again, as there's 7 pairs, we're only going to have 2 tribes of 6. So 3 pairs, that leaves 1 pair out. That pair will be immune for this week, not go to any tribal council, while the other 2 tribes are both going to tribal. However, with that pair that has immunity, which could be your pair, could be another pair that you pick, at the end of the week, each person that pair will go on a different tribe.
I mean, I wanna be immune and not have to be in tribal council, but also it gives people a chance to talk with each other. I don't know if it would be better to be involved in that and possibly get voted out, or not be involved and be safe, but come back to tribes knowing each other.
Do you feel particularly like you want to not be in the thing right now? Because I'm fine with just, being immune for a week.
Yeah, I think I might be too, honestly.
All right, let's do that. Let's make ourselves a little island. Let's see. I mean, the way I see it, you put them 2 on a tribe, you put Brian S. on the other tribe, and you're almost set for who's going home.
Girl, we're listening. We're real
I'm
people
fine
on
with you
this
listening.
call.
I am fine with you listening, Brian S.
Okay, I appreciate it.
What is the tribe you guys are saying for
Right now, I think proposing Brian C. and Juan with Brian S. and Luciana with Will and Evelyn.
And then everybody else.
Can we ask them if they oppose this at all?
You're here. You're free to talk to however you want. So
I mean,
What do you
it's your
guys
guys'
think?
decision.
Yeah,
I know
but
you guys
does
don't
anybody
care
have
what
any
I think. I respect your decision. Ultimately, even if it screws me over, you guys have the choice. So
That
nothing
seems a little
personal.
messy. I'm not sure if that's like a good thing.
Please separate me from Juan. That's all I ask.
I figured that would be
I will second
requested.
Emma on that.
Okay, we can agree on something. We can agree on something, Juan. We both don't want to be with each other.
All right, have you guys come to a conclusion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tribe 1 is Brian C. and Juan, Brian S. and Luciana, and Will and Evelyn. The second tribe is Jared and Rohan, Megan C. and Alex, and Soraya and Emma.
You guys are keeping yourselves immune?
Yes.
All right, sounds good. We'll make tribe chats. We'll get everyone's contact info on your tribe to everyone else on your new tribes. Both tribes will be going Travelers Council this week. Each tribe will both be voting someone out of this game. So we'll set this up. I'll see you guys later this week. And yeah, glad we could have a fun, exciting Sunday night. So with that, grab your stuff, head on out. Good night.
Honestly, planning the tribes, I wanted to make them so everyone would be kind of happy.
I'm very happy with what happened. God bless Megan. She deserves everything and more. I definitely owe her.
I'm a little peeved at Carolyn because she so willingly separates Juan and Emma and just like leaves Brian S. and me together.
So this is gonna be the battle of the Bryans. And I hope I come out on top as the sole Brian.
I ended up on a tribe with Rohan, Sreya, Emma, Megan C, and Alex.
I can't blame them. That seemed like the most high pressure situation ever. Personally, I'm kind of glad that wasn't me like making the tribes, because I just would have panicked. Like, that's a lot of pressure. I think like Carolyn seems to think she screwed up in a lot of ways. Like, talking to her about it, like she's like, oh, I should have done a lot differently.
Even though I knew it was gonna happen, I'm not ecstatic that we swapped because I was in like an insanely good spot on my old tribe. I honestly felt like everyone else on the tribe considered me one of their top allies, and I hadn't heard my name a single time, you know, knock on wood. But so yeah, now these tribes are different, and I'm gonna have to start working again in terms of my social game.
We have 6 people and every vote really, really counts.
Megan C and Sreya seem like they're close. That's the only person that Megan said that she's close with when we talked. And Sreya mentioned Megan to Emma. So the option is either convince them two to vote Jared out, or convince Jared to come with us and vote out Megan or Sreya.
I 100% trust Sreya, and honestly, at this point, I don't trust Jared. I think there's a pretty good chance that he could flip.
I mean, I will kind of just add this as well as kind of food for thought. I'm willing to go beyond tribal lines.
I kind of want to work with Megan, so it really sucks, and I don't want it to be her. I'd rather it be Sreya. She seems like such a like low-key, like nice, like not really like moving too much things around type of person.
Me, Jared, and Alex get into a call. We're all econ majors. Well, like Jared is like a grad student, applied economics, but like we're the Keynesian crew right now, because, you know, Econ. I kind of like the name, not gonna lie.
Alex and I didn't really, we were kind of disconnected from our original tribe too, so we're like totally open to like trying to get new allies going, especially cross tribe allies.
Yeah, of course.
And we got the Econ Alliance, which is like, I love our name.
Yeah,
So.
the Keynesian crew.
I think this worked out pretty decently for me. I feel like I'm in a pretty okay position on my swap tribe.
This isn't just like a one-time thing. Like, we want to work with you long term.
No, and I want to work with you guys as well. Like, this isn't like just like me flipping one way and flipping back. Like,
yeah,
I think I can work very well with you guys. I like you guys.
So basically, like, I'm feeling really good about Jared voting with us now, and I also feel good about my conversation with Emma. So now, all I gotta do is put them together.
I get placed on a tribe with two of my fellow Spurs members, which are Juan and Evelyn, who both have my back because I have been upfront with them and clear cut with them since week 1 about all the shenanigans that, have gone on for the past, 4 or 5 weeks on our tribe. And then I get paired with the two Bryans and Will.
What do these new people on my tribe think of me? Do they want to work with me? Does anyone want to work with me? I mean, I think as it stands, I'm a pretty valuable asset. I mean, I hope people know that I don't have the idol. I would have freaking played it.
And then we have Brian S., who's at the bottom of the original Bears tribe, and Brian C., who apparently was at the top of the OG Bears tribe. And for some reason, your girl is still in the middle.
Everyone basically lied to me last tribal and like gave a fake name, but someone lost their vote, and it wasn't me. I'll tell you that. And I kind of just went with like, oh yeah, I got this advantage and blocked a vote, which obviously you could tell I was like, it wasn't me. It was not someone on this tribe either.
His stories never line up to anybody else's. And it's a game where, rumors are spread, lies are spread, truths are spread.
My calls are a little messy because I kind of started to tell Luciana the whole truth about the advantage, and that was really stupid of me because I think she bought that I had the vote block, and I shouldn't have told her different.
I was planning to just dig his grave for him, but turns out I could just hand him the shovel and he'd go digging himself.
I'm expecting for Tribal to go as however we finalize tonight with Luciana, Juan, Brian C., and Will, which, I mean, Brian S. is the only one that's not meeting, so the decision should be obvious. I think that there's not room for much to go wrong.
I'm between a rock and a hard place right now.
I think it's likely that I'm safe. Anna told me just a few hours ago that she's probably gonna flip because she doesn't want to vote for me, which... Savior.
I understand why she was angry about the last vote because no one told her what was going on and they just like blindsided her. I don't know. We're like being so genuine. Like, I don't know. I just got really good vibes when I talked to you yesterday, and like it made me sad because like from what you were saying, it sounds like you're kind of like lower on your tribe, and I was like, I just don't understand why, but like I really want to work with you. I don't know, I think you seem really cool, and I think it would just be really nice to like get to know you, and like honestly I think if we work together, I think we could all get really far in this game.
Yeah, unless I can convince Megan and Soraya to vote Jared, I'm fucked. Like, in the sense of like, because if I can't get Soraya and Megan to vote Jared, then like I'm stuck in this position where I feel like I have to choose between the two groups, and I don't want to do that.
Well, we were kind of thinking in the long term obviously. So like, we're kind of like friends with Carolyn, and Soraya said that you said you were kind of like friends with Megan S. So I genuinely believe like whichever one was put on our tribe could like join our alliance, and then we could have the girl alliance, you know?
Soraya and Megan don't want to vote out Jared for good reason, because you know we could vote out Jared this round, and then if we get Megan, then they're in the minority. But I don't want to choose Alex or Rohan either, and this is so bad.
If you're also feeling shaky, like we wanted to say that like we want to give you the opportunity to vote whoever you want next tribal.
One thing that I think would be kind of funny if it happened, if I'm being honest, like Emma could flip and vote with us, but Jared might flip and vote against us, and that would be kind of funny if like one from each flipped. And then even if there was a revote and they like flip back, that would still like do nothing. So that'd be like very unfortunate, but kind of funny.
Emma is like very clearly on the bottom of our other tribe. Even during the challenge, like her name came up so many times as like who people disliked the most, or like who people wanted to vote out next. So that, you know, not gonna lie, was not ideal. Especially in a tribe of 6, it's so easy. It just takes one person to flip over to the Bears, and out of our initial 7 Spurs, Emma is easily the most likely to flip.
Emma was just like on the outs of our old tribe, and I really am so scared that she's gonna turn on us. I'm gonna be totally real. Like, if one of you two got voted out, or if I get voted out, like they're gonna pick all of us off. So
Yeah. Yeah, so we have to kind of start off strong.
they're gonna try to sway Emma to vote one of us out, and Emma's closer with Rohan than she is with me, so she's gonna prefer to vote me out. If so she's gonna tell them to vote me.
Emma's like, you know, acting like she doesn't want to flip, and she wants to stay Spurs strong, but like at the end of the day, like I know she's considering it, because like why wouldn't she consider it? Which makes me nervous as hell.
I mean, the good thing is that I have plenty of time to think.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. I'm just contemplating my impending doom.
We've got an idol conundrum. The issue is that everybody seems to agree that Luciana has the idol. Now, it's not hard to put 2 and 2 together to realize that Brian C. got every idol clue that Luciana got, and more. Therefore, Brian C. also likely has the idol, which I know that he does.
Everyone in the game knows I have it. Like, it's, as much as I'm gonna lie to you about it, it's very clear that I have it.
Instead of getting the easy pick to go home, Brian S., Juan and the rest of the Spurs tribe, as well as Brian S., can see, hey, this is our time to vote out Brian C. and his idol.
And yeah, I don't get any vibes at all that they're targeting.
Yeah, which is strange. Like, you'd think we'd hear something.
Like, I feel like they could, unless they're scared that you might use the idol. I'm concerned at why they would vote out Brian S. here when Brian S. seems more than willing to flip to their tribe and not vote out one of us.
I think that Brian C. can be useful to me further on in the game. So here's the deal. I need to convince Juan that it's better to keep Brian C. and his idol around than to have the idol back out there.
I think that Brian C. would be a good one for us to try to manipulate at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He's always kind of been on the outside so far. It seems like his entire game plan for the first 3 weeks was just to not make any waves and just to kind of like not say anything and hope that other people get voted out. And it seems like he's just kind of like waiting for a home, you know, having been on the outside so much. He just wants somebody to come in and tell him like, hey, we're going to look out for you.
We all found that it would not make sense to get rid of Brian S., you know? Why would we carry on doing the Bears' original work or original plan of voting him out if there's no incentive for them to do anything for us Spurs?
The Spurs are putting in a lot of effort to talk with us Will and I this week because of the fact that I think they want Brian S. gone, but it doesn't make sense for them to want Brian S. gone.
Like, at the end of the day, I have no problem working with him. I just don't see myself working with him in like a long-term time frame.
Right now, it just seems pretty straightforward. Like, I don't really see this week being as important as like a merge week or like the first vote after a merge. Like, we've had so many conversations with him. I like had a conversation today where we were talking about, oh my god, my hair's a mess. We were talking about, you know, our plans for next week, but guess what? You're not gonna be here next week, so. And also, like, even before we find out who joins our tribe or whatever, because that probably happens like the day of the challenge, or maybe before or something, I don't know. Like, I'm down to like be in a call with you and Will and like just get our heads together, I guess.
Juan told me that you seemed like very honest. I think that mainly stems from just like tipping him off about the meetings that was happening behind his back. So yeah, I've got no reason to just like mistrust you at the moment.
Also, he has the idol, so like if he can go home with the idol in his pocket, that would be amazing.
I would rather have like a much more hidden idol. It's a hidden immunity idol, not a public immunity idol. I have a public community idol. Last night I was thinking, you know, okay, why don't I just play it? I'll throw it away. I'll do nothing with it. You know, chances are they're voting out Brian S. But then I'm thinking, like, if I'm throwing it away, what's stopping me from giving it to Megan?
Brian C just messaged me and basically told me that he's 99% sure gonna give me his idol, which is like insanely nice, and now I feel really bad for trash talking him earlier.
And, you know, saying it out loud makes me want to play it for myself and keep myself safe.
So I just got back from a haircut, looking pretty good. And basically I've been stressed all day because, you know, me and Rohan are set. We're voting for one of the old bears, and it's probably Megan. And then we got Jared, who we think is going to vote with us, but Emma has not been clear with what's happening.
I just got back from work, and this has been like the most chaotic shift I've ever worked so far. Corporate was there, and I was trying to freaking coordinate plans to get this idol over to Alex, because from the sound of it, we are in grave danger.
Go. There we go. Wow. Oh, I got a ring. I love it.
Yeah.
Survivor Michigan Spurs idol.
As of 5 minutes ago, she has transferred her idol over to me. I am now the owner of an idol. And, you know, the first thought that crosses my mind is, even if I think I'm not going home or Rohan's not going home, like, if I think we have the votes, it might still be worth playing the idol.
Alright, so what's going on?
So Brian C just messaged me like a few minutes ago, and he told me he has the idol and he's gonna give it to me. 95% sure.
Oh, okay. And she told me she's getting the idol from Brian C.
Because we're worried that Megan C could have gotten the idol from Brian.
Apparently Megan C is getting an idol from Brian C.
We decided to split the vote. 2 on Megan, 2 on Sreya.
Emma messaged Sreya earlier today and said, Alex and Rohan think that Brian C is giving Megan the idol, and they're gonna vote you.
What the hell am I supposed to do?
There's just no way that Alex and Rohan just guessed that Brian C is giving the idol to me. Like, that couldn't have come from nowhere. And I talked to Brian C, and he like only told the producers and me, and I don't think it was Sreya, so Jared had to have told them. Like, there's no way they would figure that out.
I'm not going to be able to rely on that time window between my tribal and his tribal. And if I get sent home, there's not going to be an idol for him, and he's also going to get sent home.
So I haven't made up my mind yet, but if I do end up giving Megan my idol, I've decided I'm gonna do it in between the two tribals, just in case I get like a weird vibe at my tribal. I don't want to be caught without it.
Hopefully Brian C makes that mistake.
I still haven't fully decided what I'm doing with this. I have a coin here. You know, there's a psychological trick where, you know, flip the coin, and it doesn't really matter what it lands on, because you'll know before you look at it what outcome you want to happen. Heads, I play it for myself. Tails, I give it up to Megan C at their tribal.
All right, come on in, guys. Welcome the new DeBears tribe to you guys' first tribal council together. All right, Luciana. So obviously you guys have 3 people from the original Spurs tribe, 3 people from the original DeBears tribe. Is that going to play a role into this week's tribal?
I'm gonna say it does and it doesn't. Of course, like, each tribe has 4 weeks of history with them. So they've obviously gotten to know each other a lot better than we've gotten to know, you know, cross-tribal, you know, in 4 days or like maybe a week with our partners. But if I'm being blunt, we did get dealt, you know, a few little fractures here and there. So that has been interesting to see how people kind of align over the week.
Brian S., can you elaborate on that statement at all?
I have not felt good in a minute because, like, I feel like it's very hard to separate this game because College Survivor is so different from Real Survivor, and have, like, the line be drawn between personal friendships and, like, relationships in Survivor. And I guess, like, in the last week, like, obviously I almost went home last tribal and didn't feel great, and, like, I don't know. I know, like, I said it didn't. I don't take it personally, but it's kind of gotten to me, I think, and, like, it's just not a. I think we can all agree that, like, this is a really hard game to play in terms of, like, you don't know how hard it is, like, in terms of, like, mentally until you're actually here playing it.
So Brian C., obviously Brian S. is a little, you know, taken away, ranting a little bit. And during the challenge, obviously his name came up a few times in names that people wanted to vote out or that people didn't want to work with. Is it fair to say that his name might be on the chopping block this week?
Anyone's up for grabs this week because, you know, it's a completely different dynamic than last week. You know, if we had continued with the old tribes, maybe he is on the chopping block. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that we're in a different situation now, and the same rules don't really apply here.
So, Brian S., I gotta go back to you. You're looking a little physically distraught right now. Do you have any more thoughts? Do you think, like, your game could be over today?
Dude, I don't know at this point. Like, I guess I'm not being subtle in the fact that literally my answer said I don't feel great, and, like, I don't even know. I don't know what's gonna happen today. I guess no one knows until the votes are read, but it's just, like, I don't know, like, personally, I want to play this game so bad, but I just, like, it's hard not knowing what's going on, and, like, I don't know.
So, Will, Brian S. mentioned a little bit how, you know, personal feelings, relationships can get in the way of the game. Have you seen that, like, on your tribe, that your personal connections and relationships with people on your tribe can get in the way of a vote, but also help a vote?
You know, I think you know you've done something right if personal feelings get in the way. Up until that point, you have to convince people that keeping you in the game is better for them than having you out of the game. And if you can convince them that enough times that it becomes instinct, or in other words, a personal friendship, then I'd say that's the pinnacle of a successful social game in Survivor.
So, Luciana, did I see a little glare for you there? Do you agree with Will's statement or staunchly disagree, or what are your thoughts?
I'm still kind of processing it, to be honest. I know all the relationships I've established in this game, like just in general, like I'm a very genuine person. And like if I vibe with someone, I vibe with someone. Like I have no problem talking about things outside the game, like making those connections. Um, and at the end of the day, like it just kind of like hurts more to vote people out, but my intention, I don't know if anybody else can relate, but I'm not trying to like manipulate people. Like I actually want to get to know you guys. Um yeah, like it absolutely sucks. It's just the nature of the game and there's nothing you can do about it.
I think Luciana got straight to the point. It's like, when do you draw the line of personal and game? But at the end of the day, we can get to know each other outside of this game. There's no need to hold any harsh feelings against anyone, any grudges. It's understandable. That could be like your initial reaction, but it's a game. It's a game.
I almost think about Divergent, the movie, and how simulations happen and you have to tell yourself it's simulation. This game is very similar, In the end, it's just a game, you have to win, or try your best to win. And I know that walking away, I have a lot of new friends that I will try to keep in contact with for the rest of my life.
For a lot of us, like since this is virtual, for a lot of us, myself included, it's one of the only social aspects of this semester. And I think that amplifies kind of the feelings and relationships you build, because like these are your friends for the semester, and getting cut off from the game is that much more scary, because you won't get as many social connections anymore because you don't have like an excuse to meet up with them and talk about the game.
I echo Brian C's sentiments in that there's not been a single person in this game that I've interacted with who I would not want to be friends with in real life. Outside of the game, I would say that inside the game, I've had like a genuinely positive, reaction with meeting and getting to know people. And I want to confirm that has all been authentic. And even people that I voted for in the past, I have still enjoyed talking with, and it has made my days brighter. Just meet new people for the first time in a long time.
And I love to hear you guys say all that. I mean, that's the point of Survivor Michigan, is we're here to give you guys an outlet for social things, especially during a nationwide pandemic, and give you guys some fun too in there. However, we are here still to vote someone off. All right, so with that, I'll go tally the votes. All right, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I was initially hoping for like Megan S when the wheel spun. I think I even said that out loud, but I think I'm realizing now it's better not to have gotten her, because A, I can confirm what I know, and B, we can just ride that relationship that no one knows about. Secret weapon, ace in the hole, whatever you want to call it.
So I've been going back and forth on if I should say something to him or not. But I do think he has the idol, and he told me he didn't, but I don't know. I don't think I really believe that.
All right, so when I read the votes, the decision is final. The person being voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Brian S. Second vote, Brian S. That's 2 votes, Brian S. 4 votes left. Brian C. Brian C. That's 2 votes, Brian C. 2 votes, Brian S. 2 votes left. Wait. Brian C. fifth person voted out of Survivor Season 7, the Wolverine wheel. Brian C., please turn off your Zoom video call. All right, so with some audible gas already going on, it's evident that a huge blindside just happened. So I can't wait to see what happens with your tribe next week. All right, come on in, guys. All right, welcome new Spurs tribe to your guys' first tribal council as a tribe. So obviously you guys, I'm assuming you know, the DeBears tribe just had their tribal council. Does everyone know the result of that? Or is it still a mystery to anyone? I'm gonna direct this question at Soraya.
I'm too worried about this tribal to be concerned about who went out there. So.
Fair enough. So, Alex, was that something in the cards this week where this trial might change depending on what happened with the DeBears tribal?
It was definitely in consideration, besides wanting to know if like people flipped and like what went down there. There's all this talk of who might have idols and if they might be exchanged or if they're getting played and what's happening.
So, Megan, that's an interesting topic. Idols that might be played or exchanged, has that been in the cards this week?
In the beginning of the week, I was talking to Emma, and she mentioned that it was a possibility that idols could be transferred between tribes, which I hadn't even thought about. So that's pretty interesting, but no one's like really talked about it that much. I don't know. Unless someone from your tribe is sharing theirs, I don't really know.
So, Jared, what are the qualities that you guys will lean for to vote someone out this week? Is it purely loyalty based, like you five want to go together and work together? Is it based on the original tribes, on pairs? Like, what are people's thought processes going into this week?
I feel like it leans much more towards original tribe lines. I'm going to be honest and I say that. I feel like a lot of the decisions that is going to be played out for this tribal is going to be based off of, the original tribal lines. But I can't really say more than that because I don't really know more than that.
So, Rohan, is that kind of your thought process too? Do you think, you, Alex, and Emma are sticking together this week and people know it? Or do you think there's fractures and things like that?
Yeah, I actually disagree. I came into this swap looking forward to the opportunity to play with new people. And basically, I decided that I would want to work with whoever made the most effort to want to work with me. Did that end up just being the people from my Spurs tribe? Maybe. But I think it's unfair to say that was my thought process coming in.
So, Emma, obviously, you weren't looking too hot on your old tribe, and now kind of coming in here where it's like, okay, we got to kind of stick with our original tribes. What's it been like trying to balance sticking with the original tribe, but people that might have kind of double-crossed you a couple weeks ago? What's that been like?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like Rohan said, I feel like that this is kind of, although that kind of stuff is definitely taken into consideration, you also have to consider, are they telling me the truth? Are they working with me? But that doesn't, sometimes that can mean that if the other people try harder, maybe, I feel like it's definitely offered a clean slate.
Megan C. So the only way to really bust down these tribe lines is, pairs is one of the things. And we set you guys up in pairs. Have you seen that play an impact on the game this week where people are like, oh, I got really close to this one person for the Newlywed Game Challenge, and now I want to work with them. Has that been impacted at all?
Coming into this week, I had expected that everyone would be very close with their pair and it might make lines a little shaky. And I think there's definitely something to be said. If you liked your partner in your pair, you're more likely to work with them. And if you didn't, maybe you're more likely to try to vote them out. But I don't know, kind of like everyone else, it just seems like it's following by tribes. So I don't know how much those partnerships really mattered in the end.
So if it's just been following by tribe, Rohan, have there been any names coming up more consistently than other people's names? Or is it kind of like one tribe is saying anyone in the other tribe, the other tribe saying anyone in the first tribe? Or are there names that have been coming up more and more consistently?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely more of the latter. Everyone kind of has the mentality anyone but my old tribe mates. And you know, in the beginning of like this week, I was hearing a lot of anyone but my tribe mates and my partner from the Newlywed Game. So I was like, okay, like all of us are okay with voting out 2 people, but none of those people are like mutually exclusive, or like none of those people like overlap for everyone. I think as the week progressed, people's preferences started dropping a little bit, and it made the decision a little easier.
So is that kind of it? It's just kind of been a free-for-all trying to keep your alliances together, or have there been like 1 or 2 people that have been like, oh, you know what? It would be really nice if they went home this week.
No, it's a free-for-all. I've probably heard like every single name possible this week.
So it sounds like you guys are all just saying anyone. So does anyone have anything they want to say, or, you know, state a case to stay, or state a case against someone else at all? Love to see it. All right. So with that, raise your hand if you've heard your name called out this week. Everyone but Emma. That's incredibly interesting. So, Emma, let's hope you're not going home this week. Let's hope you're right. Wished we didn't have to kick anyone out, but sadly we have to. All right, so with that, I'll go tally the votes. All right, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I'm gonna share my screen, I guess. And yeah, I'm a little scared about what's happening today, so I'm gonna play my Spurs idol on Rohan, which might be a big mistake. I could be going home.
All right, so with that, I can confirm that Alex's idol play is real. All votes towards Rohan do not count at this tribal council. Right.
Love you, bro.
All right. So with that, I will read the votes. When the votes are read, decision's final. Person being voted out will be asked to turn their Zoom video off immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Rohan. That vote does not count. Second vote. Rohan. That vote also does not count. 0 votes have been counted. 4 votes remain. Soraya. Megan C. That's 1 vote Soraya, 1 vote Megan C, 2 votes left. Megan C. Soraya. That is a 2-2 tie. That means without discussion, we are going to go immediately into a revote. Megan C and Soraya, you guys will not participate in the revote. Everyone else, you can either vote for Megan C or Soraya, no one else. If that vote is tied, we will go into a brief discussion period where if a unanimous decision is not made, we will draw rocks, or in this case, spin the Wolverine wheel. All right, as no idols or advantages can be played on a revote, when I read the votes, the decision is final this time. The person being voted out will be asked to turn their Zoom video off immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Megan C. Second vote, Megan C. And the 6th person voted out of Survivor Michigan Season 7 Wolverine Wheel, Megan C. Please turn your Zoom video.
Megan, I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, so with the first tied vote of the season, it looks like you guys did indeed succeed in pulling off a blindside. But remember, you guys will have another member join your tribe next week. So let's see how that changes the game up.
I'm feeling like a literal badass.
In the past, I've just gotten so complacent and just so comfortable feeling like I was in control of the game.
But I'm here to announce the next reward challenge for the season.
This is insane.
And I'm gonna wait.
I wish Will luck. Wish the pandas Sreya luck. Yeah, I'm just really grateful I got to play at least, and I did take a chance this week. I knew the risks, and didn't work out this time.
Obviously, I'm upset. I was having a lot of fun in Survivor, and I'm really disappointed. Honestly, I really should only be blaming myself. I would love to be in another season. I think I learned a lot. And if I ever came back again, I definitely would do things differently.